Hi, this is Fish on Fridays. We're at the Fish and it's really noisy right now. This is the Fish in downtown Newport. And we're just talking to people today about problems they have in their lives and anything that concerns them. This is Sharon, and she's down here at the Fish today and just want to know if she has any thoughts on housing in Newport or any other issues for low-income people. Have any thoughts on that, Sharon?
Yeah, homelessness. You wouldn't really have that if your government wasn't taking the 50 grand from every individual that they really need to live on in a year to support the efforts going on all the other lands where our presence is, and it's upsetting other people on their own lands while our people there stationed are living better than the people that are on the lands where we're set up at.
So you're saying you think we should maybe spend less money on military or less on foreign aid or whatever?
Sure, less on that.
One?
And how homeless is the president if he's never staying one place? He's going to all the lands and costing us all that money.
So you'd rather see more money spent on folks here at home. Have you had any experience with homelessness in your life?
Oh yeah, I actually am from DC streets. I lived on DC streets. They were the hardest.
And do you know anybody in Newport that's homeless? Are there homeless people in Newport?
I've met some. I've even taken some in. I know one now. A couple now. They're actually camping in the woods. They're having a lot of hard times. They barely have $2 in a week. Now, if you rent or you own a home, you might not either be able to afford to refix a thing or to afford the rent.
Landlords are supposed to keep up the property. I don't know about Homeland Security doing it, but landlords are supposed to. Is that your experience? Do they keep up property?
I've had government secured properties that did not get service. I've been for a month and a half without my heat getting repaired. Guy always saying he was going to come back in the DC area. Maintenance, I called maintenance all the time. Things go unfixed.
So that wasn't here in Newport, though. Have you had any experience here in Newport with things not getting repaired?
They've been better up here.
Any other thoughts on housing, Sharon?
Well, yeah, I think people really should be able to have better options and standards with the housing. They shouldn't be crafting closet-size units or efficiency units and then having to pay some 90% of what they have income outgo just for the roof. Mm-hmm. I think that's wrong.
Can I ask, and I know you have actually you have a half of a duplex that you're living in, and can I ask you how much rent you pay for that?
That runs upwards $650, and that's right at the low margin of any housing around here now.
So for your duplex, you're paying $650. Do you pay for heat and electricity electric?
Those things are in silo programs that are put up in different places for different increments and different types of services.
So you get assistance with some of those things?
Well, I'm thinking that all in all, what otherwise would be some $800 for my unit practically in a month might pay other people upwards of even $3,000 or $4,000 for all of the services that are in programs that it goes through.
I'm not sure what you mean by that.
Well, even like the NECA services.
So you mean they have to pay?
People have to come and reapply.
Yeah.
You have people in the office that are getting paid to keep taking applications instead of everything standardized.
So, yeah, I see what you're saying here. This is really an interesting idea, Sharon, because what you're saying is that the way they do it,
more costly.
It's more costly.
Cost ineffective.
So
right.
instead
it's
of
counterproductive.
Basically, if they just sent you the money, you could pay your own bill instead of having to go through these agencies.
Or even scrap the bill and have things delivered, even the foods and the pharmaceuticals and the paper goods and the soaps and the clothes or whatever.
Yeah, you'd still have to pay people to do that. But I like this idea. I see what you're saying. So what kind of places do you have to go around to get services like heat? Say you run out of fuel, propane, or...
You'd be surprised. You get mailings from things that seem to crop up like weeds as new programs, and they're supposed to be popular programs, a lot of them, because they do end up paying stuff, but I think they're costing us more the way that we're paying to have the programs up than just everything standardized.
So you basically were paying for administration and paying the salaries of lots of people, and you're filling out a lot of paperwork and processing paperwork.
And those people are getting more unhealthy doing the work that may be unnecessary.
Yeah.
Instead of being able to have more healthy lives with everything just standardized.
So you would be in favor of people just getting the money and running their own lives? It would be cheaper and more efficient.
I would be in favor of a universal credit system that you never run out of credit, whether it's good or bad, depending on how bad you do something. If you're a criminal, instead of now, you can pay for your own injustice and get away with any crime, even get big money for doing crimes, and so on. Yeah, I think everybody should have a baseline credit, and that you should give credit where it's really due, no matter what it is.
I think we should, I don't know, Sharon, I don't know what those folks in Washington are doing, because, or even in the local government, but frankly, I think your idea of reducing waste by just giving people the resources to manage their own lives instead of paying a lot of other people to manage their lives for them might actually be a stroke of genius.
Well, it's also with the sales system of commerce, the grocery marts. You have all that indoor acreages that you're now housing all the food and the supplies, while other people are out on the streets and can't afford to go in there and buy them.
Right. So, well, Sharon, thanks for talking with us. You got some good ideas there.
Okay.
Yeah, thanks.
Bye now.
So we're here at Eric's apartment. Eric has a fairly severe disability that makes it hard for him to walk. So we're just looking up because up here and up here, oh, and even farther up, right on the corner there, that's Eric's apartment up there, 3 flights of stairs. Yeah, that's a long ways up if you have trouble walking. So this is Ed. Hi, Ed.
How you doing?
I'm good, and I'm over here at Eric's place, and I guess you were over here too, and looking for your friend Eric. And do you live here in Newport?
Yes, I do.
Yeah. Where is that?
About 3/4 of a mile or so.
3/4 of a mile.
Give or take.
No, it's not too far, but have you been in a winter through a winter here in Newport yet?
Yeah.
Yeah. So do you drive a car?
No.
No. You get around just by walking?
Yeah.
Yeah. So 3/4 of a mile in the winter, it's not even that easy in the summer. I just wanted to mention that you are walking here with a cane.
Yeah.
And got your cane here with you, right? Yeah, there's your cane. Okay. And how come you're walking with a cane?
Because of my MS.
So you've had a diagnosis of that for a few years, or?
Quite a few years. About
Quite a few
30
years.
some odd years.
30 some odd years. And so you're still walking though, which is good.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you get along without transportation, and you walk about 3/4 of a mile to get to downtown Newport with your cane. And you're doing well then, I would say.
Well, it took me 172 hours to walk here from Laconia.
Wow. You walked from New Hampshire?
Laconia, New
No,
Hampshire.
did you hitchhike or you just walked?
I just walked.
You walked. How is your rental situation for your apartment? Is that affordable or?
It's livable.
It's livable?
$650 a month.
How much is it?
$650 a month.
$650. And would you mind saying what percentage of your total income that would be, or how much you get a month?
I get $710 a month.
You get $710, so they're taking $650 for the rent. Now, see if I do a little math. That leaves you about $60 a month. And then, do you get any help for food or anything?
Go to the food pantry once a month.
You go to the food pantry. Do you get food stamps? No food stamps. Okay. And any other assistance? Do you need assistance with like oil for the heat, or? So you pay. That's your total income is $710 a month, and you pay. Out of that, you pay $650 a rent. That leaves you $60 for your food. Are there times when you don't have food?
Yeah, I go to the food pantry.
You go to the food pantry.
I go to the wellness place every day too, in the week. Go down there with the old people.
Yeah, and
That's where I'm just coming from now.
yeah, and you have some. They have meals there, do they?
Yeah,
Yeah.
3 meals a day.
Good. That's great.
Yeah.
And I guess I know you told me that you were a veteran also,
Yeah.
and where did you serve in the Army?
I was in Germany on the Berlin Wall for
On the
almost
Berlin
3
Wall.
years.
Wow. And this was a not wartime situation, but I think you told me that it was still pretty traumatic because there were people trying to cross all the
They tried
time,
to expedite from east to west, and
And-
our job was to tell them no.
and you had to shoot at people. That must have been kind of awful.
Yeah.
I don't want to keep you too long. I came to visit Eric too, and I guess he's not home, so we'll be trying to talk with him some other day. I want to thank you for spending time to talk with us today. So, thank you.
You're welcome.
This is Fish on Fridays, brought to you by NEK 99% in Newport, Vermont. We are not a protest group. We are a community group. We are part of the Occupy movement, and our goal is to bring people together to talk about problems that they have and to find solutions that are generated by people, real people at the bottom instead of people at the top.